Hello, it's a first module of the coaching program 50 and Fabulous. And the first part is all about health. And actually, I think all four parts will be all about health. And if you want to know a little bit more about all structures, I will not tell you it now in this video because I want to go directly to the subject. But if you are in this course in the Facebook group, so send me please your email and I will send you the link to the platform where I am sharing all videos, resources, and also the introduction a little bit more in depth. So first, welcome. Second, thank you for taking your time to listening my sharing, because this course is basically all about my sharing of my experience, of my views, of my own path, and as I promise in the group, I will share next 4 months everything that I know about health, about how mind work, about our personalities, and about the way that we can make our life a little bit more easy going. You know probably that I went through a lot of difficult situations. Usually I try to make something positive out of it. I'm actually calling a little bit myself like it's my superpower that I can make the shit fertilizer. So I invite you somehow to come with me on the journey to see how I am doing this, what are the tools, and of course you take only what is important and pertinent to you. Everything else you drop, because what is good for me, it's not necessarily good for you. So I'm sharing really the views and the tips, and my aim is, and this is now the good question, why I am doing what I am doing, and it should be partly the question also for you, basically with everything what you are doing during the day, all decisions that you are making. Why am I doing what am I doing? And with this clarity and with this intent, you know where you are heading. So why I'm doing this course, the longer version is on the platform. There are many things that led me to this, but right now my intent is to inspire you, inspire you to take care about your health and your life in the way that is appropriate and perfect for you, not for me, for you. And the second is to support you in the journey, in the questions that you can have, in the struggles that you can go through right now. And I don't think that we need to have the answers on everything, but sometimes we can ask the good questions. And what I know how to do is to ask the good questions. So maybe through these questions or those questions, you can find your own answer on what matter the most to you. So now, health. The definition of health. Let's start with this. I was doing the research. So on Google, there are several definitions of health. So one is that the health is state of being free from disease or injury, from illness or injury. And I think it's really not sufficient. So there is the second of the World Health Organization that is more complex. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Now, the question would be the definition of well-being, right? But to simplify a little bit, I took the word disease in this equation because I think that usually when we think about the health, we think about our body and about being like pain free, having the energy. So this is the actually being free of disease. So if health is being free of this ease, um, now the this is the prefix that means known. So it's like free, it's like 1 0, and another zero, it's like double zero. So if health is 0 0 is, then we can say that health is ease. So I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, okay, maybe I could combine both of those definitions for my own approach to what is health. And to be honest, I figured this a little bit like before that I was doing the research on true definition, because I was asking myself, okay, I want to share something on health, but what does health really means to me? And seeing my mom struggling shortly with cancer, and seeing my dad struggling with cancer for 9 years, and especially last 3 months of his life, like 24 hours per day, because I was him till his death. He died home as he wished. I think I had quite opportunity to think about what the health means, and what this ease and disease and unease and pain and suffering really means. Uh, so here I started why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I told you that it's to inspire you and to support you on your journey, to what? To this ease. And how do I feel that we are healthy and we are living actually with ease? Is to feel the ease in our body. I hope that when the computer is going a little bit dark, you can still see me. So there is this ease in our body, right? So we feel like we can do the things, we can move, and actually we take it for granted, because when there is ease in the body, we don't even think about it. We start to think about it when there is dis-ease or unease, when we start to feel that we cannot do something because it's painful or difficult, right? Or we are not feeling well. The second is the peace in our mind, which means it's also, peace is also kind of ease, right? That we are not having this heavy, obsessive, anxious, stressful thoughts, and all this emotion that is going with it. We feel in peace, we feel calm, and we feel with clarity and light in our head. The third is love in our heart. I was speaking about all those emotions, but if we feel anxious, if we feel frustrated, if we feel jealous, envious, angry, where is the well-being in it? Well, is the ease in it? There is not. So love in our heart. And it's also include the healthy relationship with others. And to be honest, I think that most of us, we are struggling with kind of unhealthy relationship, and it's good, because actually it's also teach us what does it mean for us to have the healthy relationship. And the last but not least is abundance in our world, or in mine, in your, because there are like 12 determinant of health, official, and the first is actually the income and social status. So I think that this like material and financial health is as much important as everything else, because if we are in debt, if we have a very low income, we cannot afford the doctors and we cannot afford the good foods and the medicines. It has an education, and I mean it's really very large subject. So it's going far, and somehow I feel as well that the scarcity mindset, not have enough, not to be enough, is the component of our inner stress, and the stress is the killer. So it's all linked, and I propose to you that you think a little bit about it. And actually, the homework of reflection from today would be, what is your definition of health? With health and ease, I would like to talk a little bit about pain, because we associate, rightly, the disease or illness or lack of health with pain. And of course, it can be physical pain, it can be also mental or emotional pain. And, just now I'm still in grieving process, and I can tell you that emotional pain is emotional, but very, very real. And we all by now, we know it, because I guess that you are, for some reason, in the program of 50 and Fabulous. So what we are usually doing is that we run from pain and we chase the happiness. In yoga we speak about it as a two causes of our suffering, because we try to get more of pleasant and avoid the unpleasant. Now, I really love it. A long time ago, the sentence that one of my mentor sent me. He wrote a lot of wonderful books, and if you are in yoga world, you will probably know him. It's George Feuerstein. He's not with us anymore, unfortunately. But he wrote me, pain is mandatory or obligatory, why suffering is optional. So the pain in our life is really a big part of what the life is. Now, how long and how deep we will suffer, how much we give into the suffering, it partly, from big part, depend on us, on the way that we are learning to handling our mind, actually. Now, if you cut yourself or you break your leg, there is a pain. I mean, I'm not discussing this. If you lose both of your parents, there is a huge pain. I can testify. But how the suffering will be intense and long and deep, and where the suffering will bring you, in which kind of black hole, we have some power over it. So suffering is one thing. Now the pain, personally, I kind of welcome the pain in my life, because the pain is a messenger. It's like email, or it's also sometimes the red flag. It's really something very important in our life, because where is pain, there is a need for change. And if we ignore it, the pain and suffering are getting bigger. Physical pain. How long will I ignore that my lower back is really hurting? How long I will continue to live in the same way and I change nothing? And this is like this definition of how you pronounce it, idiocy, that run on Facebook. I'm not sure that Albert Einstein said it, but it's written that he said it. That doing always over and over the same thing and expect different results, it's the idiocy. So if we have a pain, if we feel the pain in our body, in our heart, in our mind, somewhere, whatever pain or unease we are feeling, and we are changing nothing in our life, in our habits, in our way of thinking, how do we want this pain go out? You know, sometimes I see the pain like a child saying, Mama, Mama, Mama. How long we will ignore it? So at the beginning it's Mama, and then it's Mama, and at the end it's Mama. Yeah, and this is how we go from discomfort sometimes to serious illness or to some serious accident in our life, and so on. Kirby, what do you want? Sorry, I have my dog here, so I will just open the door. Maybe he wants to go to drink, and I'm back. Hey, go. Yeah, I have my both dogs here, so it's fine. So about pain, it's really nice messenger. It doesn't feel nicely, it doesn't look good, but it's the messenger. So what we are doing, we resist, we refuse, and we resist, and we know that what we resist, that it persists, and I would even say that it's going worse, because we are giving much more attention and energy to what we don't want instead of what we want. So it may be the second reflection for you. Which kind of pain do you ignore right now, and that should be addressed? Maybe addressed. It would be good if it is addressed, because then pain asks for change, and change is painful. You know, every time that we need to change or something change, and this year 2020, you know about the pain of change, because we had to change and adapt and let go of so many things, how painful it is. Sorry, it's my computer. So the pain means also the change and progress and growth. And if we avoid completely the pain, we cannot progress and we cannot grow. Now, this chasing happiness, it's like the second part of suffering, actually. It's because we are avoiding pain and chasing happiness, chasing the things outside that will make us feel good. But the things outside change as well, permanently. And very often, once we get what we want from outside, we still feel this emptiness. We will speak about it much more in our mind model, which is the second model that we will do in December. But this chasing of happiness outside and avoiding the pain, we are doing very often in very, and I like to say it, inappropriate way. So it's also something to reflect. How am I avoiding the pain, and why? And also, how am I chasing this happiness outside, or what exactly am I chasing outside that I feel it is missing inside? And here we are coming to scarcity mindset or abundance mindset, because honestly, everything what we really need is already in us. But it's a little bit deeper philosophy, so I will let it go right now. And the last kind of definition for me, what is health, but it's also because it is life as opposite of death. And trust me, I saw it from my own eyes, that the health is energy and energy management, because life is energy. Life is prana. Prana in yoga is this life force, and it doesn't matter if you call it chi or prana or whatever. The physical manifestation of this energy is a breath, right? And while we are breathing, we are alive. Why there is energy coming or flowing easily, with ease, through our body, we are alive. As long as it stops, we are not. So this energy that is flowing, that we take from outside and our body is actually managing, is part of our health and well-being. So I will stop this video here, And the next will be about this energy and balance in our body. See you there.